overpriced, overhyped, and just too expensive. These are different products from the skincare world that are just not worth the money. I was on my YouTube grind watching some Alexandra Anel, and she did a video like this about makeup. She spoke about some of the makeup products that were just overhyped and not worth it. And I got to thinking, there are a lot of products in the skincare world that do this as well. I guess first we'll start with this from CO Beauty. This is the Cryo Drop, and I got this thinking that it would be amazing. It's supposed to help contour the skin. It's supposed to be lifting. You do it in the morning. And I was sorely disappointed by this. I understand that some people like it, and I understand that maybe it works for some people, but for me, this is a giant waste of money. As you can see, yes, it is a very cool shaped teardrop, but for $119, it's literally a heavy rock. Like, I just paid $119 for a paperweight that someone tried to label as skincare. It's very awkward, it's very heavy. They come with this little travel pouch, but even if you wanted to travel with it, like, I don't know, this thing must be like at least 1.5 pounds. It is so heavy, and it doesn't really do anything for my face either. I do personally have a NuFace device. It's kind of similar in the sense that it has like these metal probes, only the NuFace device shoots electricity into your skin because it's a microcurrent device. And I find that that is a much better deal. And like, this is a $119 paperweight. I understand some people love it, but for the contours of my face, it did nothing for me. It's basically like, I don't know, an obese spoon that you couldn't even eat soup out of if you wanted to. So it's a hard pass. This is a hard no. Maybe I could use it as a doorstop. I don't know. This next one, I'm slightly afraid people are going to come for me, but then I have to remind myself that I don't really care. Fenty Skin. Hear me out. The line has grown on me, but based on my experience as a medical esthetician, based on my acne-prone skin and my personal skin's needs, this line is a little bit basic for me. And although it is a good product, especially if you're a beginner, if you're just getting into skincare, it's excellent. But for $40 for each of the products and like 36 or 38, I just found that this was overhyped. Everyone and their mom's dog's neighbors, grandmother's personal firefighter is talking about these online, and I feel like it's just overdone. Is it a cool concept? Absolutely. I think that the packaging is actually cooler than the formulas, especially if you're a fan of Riri or you hold some emotional significance to the line, to her music, or the Barbados cherry that she puts in all the products, then that is great. And again, it is really good. If you have extra money, go for it. However, I feel like it's overhyped, and if I had the option to purchase this with my own money, based on my personal skin's needs, I wouldn't do it again. And if you really want to hear about how I feel about some of these products and then actually how I feel about the moisturizer, I've filmed multiple videos on this, and a lot of other people in the skincare community have as well, and some heavily disagree with me. So I've put all of those videos in one big playlist below. I created that playlist because I wanted to support other creators. I wanted other creators' voices to be heard, and I think it's important for consumers to see all angles and all different choices so that when you're trying to purchase something, you know, you have different opinions that you can grab from. This next one makes me mad. Like, this just makes me angry. This is an LED facial device thing that's being sold for about 140 bucks online, and it is the biggest joke I've ever seen. It's terrifying. But besides that, it does not work. Now, LED therapy does have science behind it, and again, I love LED therapy when it's done right. We do this in dermatology clinics and in the medical aesthetic office, and we have these large panels that we use. But when you talk about at-home devices, you're really wondering, are you getting the same quality? Are you getting the same strength? Is it really going to be efficacious? Now, here's the thing. This is an absolute joke. It comes with this little wiry strap that you're supposed to put around the back of your head. It has these little probes that are supposed to like sit against your face and lift the mask off so the LED light could actually, like, you know, cover your face somewhat evenly. But all they end up doing is digging marks into your face that are painful and leave you with headaches. And then the strap, if you tighten it tight enough, then it's painful. But if you don't tighten it to the point that it's painful, the thing just falls off. On top of that, if you actually look at the little LED lights, they're not even the correct diodes. They're completely flat, they're like flush against the plastic, whereas normally, especially in office, if we're using a professional LED light, you want them to be kind of this rounded edge. The reason for this is because it actually disperses the light properly. And again, you need to have the right wavelength, and you need to have the right strength so that this could actually penetrate the skin and do something for it. And that's the thing, is that when we do these things in office with these large panels, one brand that I have used in the past is called Light Stim. This is one that you can use on the face as well. Highly recommended. This works very well, but this comes with goggles. This comes with safety protection for your eyes, because if the LED is powerful enough, you're going to want to protect your eyes, you know, from this light. Right here, this doesn't come with any goggles at all. There's like these poorly shaped eye holes, but they don't even sit flush over your eyes, and they certainly don't protect them. And if that wasn't bad enough, just you wait, it gets better. It also comes with this horrible neck doohickey that, again, you would think sits flush against your neck, but no, you hook it into the bottom here, and then you're supposed to put it on, and it just hangs. It doesn't even sit flush to the neck. Do you see how it's just kind of flailing around? That doesn't get anywhere close to my neck, and it's definitely not doing me any favors. And if you thought that for $140 was bad enough, just you wait, it gets better, because it also comes with this little handheld device. This is the device that you're supposed to use to plug it into, and first let me tell you, it sparks when you plug it in. And then, it's funny because they don't show you a photo of this on the website when they sell it to you, but when you actually look at it, it is titled Facial Whitening Treatment. Excuse me, Karen? Facial whitening treatment. First off, no, LEDs do not whiten the skin. And second, WTF are you talking about whitening your skin? Like, are you delusional? Are you disgusting? Because you're sounding pretty immoral and racist to me. For $140, this was a ridiculous choice. This was a horrible decision, and I do not recommend. Again, there are LED devices that you can use at home. Right now, Light Stim is the one I would recommend. There are many others on the market, including this Foreo. But why don't we talk about this next? So again, everyone's skin is different. Everyone values different things from their cosmetics and their cosmetic tools. Again, as a medical esthetician, I am usually looking at something from a treatment perspective, and I like stuff that works. And a lot of my favorite skincare YouTubers love this product, and I do not want to discredit their opinions or their experiences. But for me, this was a very sad, sorry mistake. This right here is the Foreo Ufo, and it's supposed to be this innovative multi-masking device. It's supposed to be a face mask that heats up and cools down, so it uses cryotherapy and thermodynamics to heat up and cool down the skin, and then it's also supposed to use LED to actually light up. So in theory, it sounded great, it sounded super cool and super fun, and this comes with like this little ring that you're meant to like attach a mask into, and then you like rub that mask around your face. This was such a nightmare, and it started with the setup. I tried to set this thing up and I couldn't get it to go. You can get it to turn on, but then it doesn't do anything. And I realized, oh, they force you to download the application in order to use it. So I was live streaming when I did this. I tried to go download the application and sign up, and the app downloaded itself in Russian. Now, I can read Russian, I can say words because I understand the Russian alphabet, but I have no idea what they mean. And trying to navigate this app in Russian was ridiculous. I couldn't figure it out. This says, watch, I can speak my broken Russian. Garoyev. Garoyev. What is Garoyev? Elektoronai pochta. Elektoronai pochta. I bet you I'm mispronouncing that. Can someone, is that what it says? Because it's Russian, even though it's a Swedish app. I'm very confused. And I was trying to look for an English version. I was like, did I download the wrong app? I use a VPN, so I was like, is my VPN like in Russia? No, it wasn't. And it was extraordinarily frustrating, and I was basically pulling my hair out, just trying to get this thing to work. Finally, I shut down my phone, restarted it, reinstalled the app, and somehow this time it installed itself in English. And then when I started going through the app, they made me put in so much information. Like, they wanted my birthday, my address, they wanted me to actually scan the package that I got this from, which was hard because when I had opened it originally, I like threw the package out. I don't remember what the frickin' barcode was. So then I had to go fish through my trash in my bedroom that thank God I hadn't dumped outside yet to go find this packaging, right? Then they wanted like my name and my age, my rank, date, serial number, my social security, my left arm, and my first unborn child, right? Anyways, it was a nightmare. And then I finally got it set up and I was so excited to use it. But then guess what? It wouldn't start. You know why? They require you to scan the barcode of one of the little masks to get it to work. So I was like, hold up. What? You can't even cut out your own mask and place it in here. It requires you to scan the ones that actually is sold with the thing, and you can't use the same mask twice. So the app is a nightmare. The product hasn't even started yet, and they're already forcing us to purchase, you know, a mask that's part of their system. What if I don't like those masks? Every single one of their masks has fragrance. I don't mind fragrance in my skincare, but I know some people do. What if someone is allergic to the carrageenan or one of those ingredients? What are you supposed to do? So, thank goodness some of the Foreo masks were sent to me, yes, by Foreo. I was able to scan one of them. For the sake of testing products and saving consumers hard-earned money, I decided to try it. And I turned it on and it kind of walks you through like a gym tutorial on your phone. Your phone basically shows you where to rub the mask, where it goes. It does heat up and cool down, and I would say that that's the coolest part, is that cryotherapy, that heat and that coolness. But again, I can do that with like a jade roller and a hot towel. And then it started flashing these lights at me. The lights looked cool, like it looked like a UFO, but I feel like they did nothing. If you notice, the lights only come out at the side, so you're not even getting a full light to flush against the skin. And again, if you're using an LED device, you need to protect your eyes. This, because it's not sold with goggles, is obviously not strong enough to give you any LED benefits. So all of the marketing claims that are saying this has LED or that it's beneficial, you're not getting the same strength, you're not getting the same potency. It's a completely different world. I mean, holding a flashlight to your face is basically the equivalent, only it's a $200 flashlight. And it was very, very frustrating. I was just like, why? The other thing is that for me, skincare is self-care. I like to use my skincare routine at night, especially to wind down, to relax. That, when I shower, and if I'm doing something like on the floor or in clinic, are the only times that I don't have my phone on me. It's the only time I have for privacy and myself. And I really value and cherish that. It makes me feel wholesome. It makes me feel like I'm taking care of me. But having to bring my phone into my skincare routine, you know, ritual, was very distracting. I had notifications going off. I felt like I wasn't even focusing on skincare. I was just following the app. It was quite annoying, and it was a horrible user experience. So overall, I understand that some people like this device, but it was absolutely atrocious. The cryotherapy and the heat therapy was the coolest part, but overall, I'm sorely disappointed in this. And yes, Foreo did send this to me, and I'm really happy that they did, because if I had paid for this $200 out of my own pocket, I would have been extraordinarily, extraordinarily upset. And again, I hope that you understand that just because a brand sends something to me does not mean that I'm going to be A, talking about it at all, or B, talking about it nicely. And this right here is a perfect example of something that I did not enjoy, and not to waste your money on. Something else that just wasn't worth the money was this Function of Beauty hair mask. Now, I know that Function of Beauty is controversial. It's this customized shampoo, conditioner, and hair products that you can actually make to fit the needs of your hair and your scalp. And I know that some people have problems with them, specifically like with their hair falling out. And trust me, I am looking into this because I don't know if it's the product to blame, if it's the manufacturing to blame, or if it's user error. So trust me, that is being heavily researched, which is taking a lot of time. But it is pricey, but I've actually really enjoyed both the shampoo and conditioner. It also lasts a hell of a long time. However, the hair mask was something that I got because it was kind of like an add-on. And again, if you get it for free, if it's like free for a special promotion, go for it. But if they're asking you to pay an extra $10 or $25 for the hair mask, this was a hard pass for me. Again, I have curly hair, so I have a very oily scalp, but I have very, very dry ends because my natural curls, you know, they have a mind of their own, and I need a lot of moisture from my hair masks. And I just found that this was lackluster. This was not it. Even when I tried to incorporate ingredients that were for hydration and for anti-frizz in the shampoo and conditioner, I felt like those really did good things for me. But the mask, it just didn't feel like a mask. It felt like I was putting, you know, a dollar store conditioner onto my my hair. And again, that might be different for different people depending on your hair, depending on your texture and your needs. But for me, although I do respect other areas of the brand, I just found that this mask, it wasn't worth the extra money. These facial rollers or these little roller tools are another thing that I feel like is overhyped and overdone and not worth the money in some cases. So again, what are these? These are glorified rocks on a stick. And here's what's up. Facial massage is extraordinarily relaxing. If you look at basic aesthetics, or even if you just look at the massage industry, that's a gigantic industry because it feels amazing to take care of your skin, to massage your temples, you know, to create circulation and stimulation inside of your face. And yes, these tools are a way that at home you can do a little bit of this as well, especially if you wake up puffy in the morning because you're a full front face sleeper, or if you eat too much salt and sugar, or if you just don't sleep enough, like me. This can be a very, very cool, relaxing ritual. However, you should never pay more than $20 to $25 for these. I see these in gold, I see these in like a heavy metal. I know that an influencer recently launched one that's like a big heavy metal. I don't know the price, and again, if it's under $30, I'll probably buy it, but if it's over that, I'm just like, why? A lot of these are like a cold spoon 2.0. And again, it is nice if you do kind of want to, you know, massage out the temples right here, especially if you get those tension headaches, but they are not worth paying ridiculous amounts of money for. There is no healing vibration from the crystal energy that is going to penetrate your skin and like manifest you $1 million late night TV show and like a fancy house, right? And I just feel like they are overdone, they are overhyped, and so many people, especially these celebrity skincare lines like Cora Organics or whatever it is, they are selling these at inflated prices because they know they can make money. Especially, this one is from Pacifica, this is quartz, this is one I do like, but if someone is trying to sell you jade, please don't buy that. Jade is porous, and we learned from Gwyneth Paltrow and OBGYNs that porous jade is not a good idea to have around your body or in your body cavities for extended periods of time, and if you don't know what that's about, whew, we've got a rant when it comes to talking about feminine health and bacterial vaginosis. Yeah. So don't use the jade ones. And then the other scam is that sometimes these are made of resin, and resin is usually just glorified organic polymers, and they don't conduct heat. They don't have the same thermodynamic properties as something like an actual stone or something metal does. And again, if you are feeding your cats lemon-crusted salmon with gold flecks on them every single night for dinner, you have the money, go for it. But if you're a person who has budget in mind and wants skincare to be self-care while keeping yourself healthy, but also keeping your wallet healthy, again, don't pay more than $20, $25 for these, and go for a quartz one. Don't buy the jade, and definitely don't buy the resin ones. Alexandra's video was amazing. If you want to know the makeup items that you shouldn't overspend your money on, I've linked it right here. And if you want to see another video on BS beauty trends that you should not buy into, click this. Overall, please remember to be beautiful both inside and out. Put your money where your morals are. Make sure that like and subscribe button are hit, because when I post more videos about these, you want to make sure that you don't miss them. All that being said, thank you for the love and protecting your face, and I cannot wait to see you in one of these next videos. Love you guys. Bye.